Hello, my name is Elizabeth Michelle Gibson, and I'm an addict and alcoholic in recovery. I'm from North Memphis, Tennessee, 37 years old with two children, my 11-year-old daughter, Alicia Michelle Gibson, and my 5-year-old son, Elijah Michael Gibson. We better known as the EMG clique. Yeah, we got EMG, that's our mission. I came from a single-parent, middle-class household. Just my younger brother, Jonathan Michael, and my mother, Willie Ruth Gibson, was 71 now, and myself. I grew up with a wise, strong, God-fearing mother. She gave me the world, taught me that God is real, to work hard in school, and to stick by my brother's side as a big sister, no matter what. I always made good grades. I was a top student and respectful daughter. I was very obedient, and if my brother and I ever got into it, we never snitched on each other. Except when I used to steal my brother's corn dogs out of his plate. He snitched on me, y'all. I always ate up my food and his. He was a little runt compared to me, and now he's 6'2", 280 pounds. And he's the overprotected one. I can't tell him nothing. My mother worked in the medical field for 23 years and a housing counselor for 28. My mother was unemployed for nearly 3 years. While she was unemployed, she still made a way for us with allowances, birthday parties, and Christmas the whole time. I can remember her saying, "This too shall pass," when trials and tribulations came her way. Everything seemed perfect until I was 11 years old. My uncle on my mom's side, one of my closest uncles, molested me. I was scared to tell anybody. He threatened to kill my newborn cousins and my little brother and me. I would go to school and my male teachers would touch my shoulder just to get my attention when I'm in the daze from the traumatic experiences at home with my uncle. Obvious signs were shown to my teachers, especially to my big cousin Sam. One day Sam walked in and she saw me on my uncle's lap. She grabbed me and pulled me into the kitchen. She pushed my back against the fridge and said, "Liz, what's wrong?" I broke down in her arms. And I said, "Uncle touched me." I had the nightgown with his DNA, the evidence for his incarceration. Thank you. Till I turned 18. I ain't seen him again until I was 21. As a child, I was in taekwondo, I played soccer, sang in the choir at school and church, and managed to complete homework, school projects, science fairs, and all kind of projects with A's and B's. Now in 7th grade, y'all, I attended my first ever all-hood school. I was bullied every day by special education boys. One of them raped me when I walked from home from school for the first time. I was pushed down a flight of stairs and even got beat up by another boy. My first fist fight and suspension. At that point, I knew I had to defend myself. I decided I wanted to play trumpet in the band. My father played trumpet in high school. I only met him once and wanted his teacher so bad. So I was born with musical talents, and I immediately became the best trumpet. First chair section leader since 7th grade. I got inducted to the Junior National Honor Society. That was the last time I wore a dress for the prom. I transferred to Fairview Junior High where I played varsity soccer. Was the first chair section leader and only female trumpeter. In case you were wondering, yes, I was bullied there as well. Except I wasn't going there like I did in other schools. For some reason, I always wanted to play football. However, back then, no girls have ever played in Memphis, especially not for a school. Now, I was the first and only girl to try out, make the cuts, and play varsity boys football. Wow. All right. In 1998, I never He used to make me, my coach used to say, Liz, you are my defensive lineman, and I want you to play nose guard. You are a beast. He used to take me under his ring and show me NFL style moves. See, I played soccer too, so I was very fast for my size. He was the only grown man I have ever felt safe with duct taping my breast down so I could fit into my shoulder pads. He was a middle-aged white man, but my only favorite male role model. He treated me with love, respect, and gave a crap about me. I gained respect from my team, confidence, high self-esteem, discipline as a varsity defensive lineman. I was homeschooled in 9th grade. Now, my high school, my alma mater, y'all, Central High School. Everybody I almost grew up with and went to elementary school, which was Snow, was there. By this time, I was still in the closet and had broke up with my only and first boyfriend. Now, even though I was bullied and teased, they couldn't take my skills as the best trumpeter in that school. I started to get close to lesbian and gothic students. Oh, Lord. I wore bell bottoms and had a chain link wallet and still managed to be my so-called self at all times. They allowed me to still be myself. They accepted me for whatever I was. I played varsity soccer and had to wear a football practice jersey with number 4 taped on it. I was the only black and big breasted and big bone one on the team. We were undefeated and won the championship, which I couldn't play in because I got suspended for beating up this boy who pushed me over in my desk. In 11th grade, my mom had been diagnosed with colon cancer. She was having surgery right across the street from the school. The administration office called me from class to tell me how my mom's operation went. So I get to the office, y'all, and this lady said, "This be your mom called and said your mother passed." I was in shock, in denial, and in disbelief. I went back to class with tears in my eyes, silent as hell. Classmates were asking me, "What's wrong, Liz? What's wrong?" I ain't say nothing, I ain't reply, I ain't say nothing. Y'all, come to find out, my aunt's actual message was, "Your mom had surgery with flying colors." Amen. Amen. Man, I said I was so relieved. However, I was pissed off at that lady in the office. I knew she didn't like me, but dang, she hadn't missed my mentality like me. She was immediately fired. My mom survived the big cancer and still living today. Things took a turn for the better as I decided to go to college after being awarded a band and music scholarship at the University of Pine Bluff, Arkansas, UAPB. I had no idea what to expect from my HBCU. Band camp was exciting and required full commitment. We got up at 4 a.m. and didn't touch our dorm beds until 2 a.m. the next morning. It taught me discipline, stamina, and endurance. Now, I also remember somebody on the yard telling me UAPB also stood for You at a Party, Baby. By this time, I was 21, started partying more than drinking and started partying more than studying. Y'all, that Sigma Blue Punch had me gone. That's like to walk me down. Depression, anxiety kicked in. I didn't want to handle the pressure of being a full-time band member, trying to keep up with classes and parties. My major was music education and my minor was in psychology. I wanted a career as a music therapist to help younger kids with any kind of being bullied. Just anything you think of, music soothes the soul. And I wanted to use that to help somebody else. Yeah. I was even bullied in college. So bad that I had attempted suicide twice in Pine Bluff. I decided to move back to Memphis and attend the University of Memphis. I was invited to play women's professional tackle football with the Memphis Moles, next to the Memphis Rapids, the Mississippi Rapids, and the Memphis Bears, and retired as a champion, undefeated season with the Memphis Dynasty. I started in every single game. I was indeed a beast. I think I still am, to be honest. I'm just too old. I struggled with addiction and alcoholism the whole time. I was so awesome in football, you couldn't tell the difference. See, I use the anger management. Just channeling, like water, boy, that's how I was. And I was putting players in the ER that I didn't get locked up for. I was introduced to crack cocaine at age 21 by someone I trusted. After the first time using it, I came home and told my mother. All she could say was, Lord have mercy. Who knew that I would have been saying these words while I was out in those streets? I've been in and out of jail and rehab. In October 2009, I was gang raped on a dope track in broad daylight. No one hit me, no called the police. On July 31st, 2010, my daughter was born. 6 years later, my son was born November 2nd, 2016. Both of my children are products of rape and are crack babies. Now, I believe in abortion, so I don't believe in abortion, so I kept my 2 blessings. God knew what he was doing, because Lord knows I ain't want any kids. I guess he had a sense of humor, huh? Yeah. I ain't want no kids. I did 1 year in prison and got out December 16, 2019, days before Christmas. My daughter prayed for me, sang to me, and helped motivate me every day I was locked up. Every day I was locked up. Now, you would think after all this I would get clean and sober, at least for them. Nope, I was free out parole, no pending legal issues, just a fresh start. I drank at least 1 gallon of alcohol, smoked weed, crack, and chain smoked 4 packs of cigarettes a day, every day. One day my mom was fed up. She put me out and I was homeless. See, it took me to want to do better for myself. Now, mama, my kids, family, friends, etc. for me, and only me. I was sick of tired being sick of tired. I finally had hit my rock bottom, my lowest point. I had delusional episodes, hearing voices badly, and I jumped in front of a matter bus going 40 miles per hour. I got hit and woke up in Lakeside Mental Hospital. I still had a shower, no eating, and my glasses at the time were broken. I'm legally blind, but I ain't got glasses in context. Yeah, so I had no one but God in that room with me. I was on strong medication, and I heard the voice, but it was so soothing and calm. It said, "It's time, Elizabeth." Man, I knew there wasn't nobody but God. I got up, took showers, went to eat, and asked my therapist that day a transfer referral to a rehab. From a 2.5-week stay at Lakeside to 30 days, Buffalo Valley and Homewall, Tennessee. Tell me why I thought my mom was gonna let me come back home. Nope, she said, you need more time. There's that word again, time. I learned patience as I requested a transfer to a halfway sober living house after I graduated the rehab. Y'all, I did not want to go, but it was time to not do what I wanted, but to do what I needed for a change. That was one of the most wise choices I made in a long time. I started to obey God's will for me, as well as my mom's advice since I've been a child. I stayed in Knoxville at Evolved Treatment Sober Living House. I completed my journey in the program August 2021. My mom was nervous at first, but she let me come in one last time. 10 times. That word stuck to me. I thank God for my mother's unconditional love and forgiveness. I even enrolled and completed intensive outpatient therapy classes after I got home. I take my recovery serious because for me, it was a matter of life or death. Today, I choose to live better and live a better life. Not just staying clean and sober, but to make better decisions, choices, and do a little better each day. They say wait till the miracle happens. I have been clean and sober since June 7, 2021. 6.5 months. Now waking up with a clean and sober mind to feel emotions and feelings, good and bad. Not to be numb in the morning, just existing is a joy. I love to feel alive, y'all. I'm so happy. Amen. I am the loving, caring, responsible, sister, daughter, sister, mother, and aunt again. For 3 reasons. 1, God never gave up on me, my mother never gave up on me, and my children never gave up on me. So I refuse to give up on myself. I am that miracle. If I can do it, anybody can. With God, all things are possible. I refuse to go back. It is not worth it. And when I think about my life and I know these troubles don't last always, and for in the midst of a storm, trials and tribulations, I have faith that 1, this too shall pass, and I will rise up.